So, this isn't an official episode, but it's just something that kind of was laid on my heart today while I was honestly scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through some of the pages, the mom pages and the breast cancer pages. And somebody out there, I feel like somebody out there needs to hear this. First, when it comes to being diagnosed, I see so many women on pages that say they're either waiting for results or they just got the results and they don't know what to say. They're not sure what to think. They wish they'd been better prepared. But I'm here to tell you that I knew, I knew my mom has the BRCA1 gene. Several of my maternal aunts have the BRCA1 gene. My mom had stage 4 breast cancer. I had a few aunts that had breast cancer. I had an aunt that had ovarian cancer. My grandmother had breast cancer. My great grandmother had breast cancer. I knew that it was probably going to happen. And it still shook me. When I found the lump, I froze. But when I got that call, even though I was prepared, even though I knew I had the lump, even though I knew it had the characteristics of breast cancer, even though I knew my family history, even though they put it in the computer and told me that even with just my mom and one aunt having breast cancer, I had a 40% chance of that lump being breast cancer, I didn't know what to do. I was shocked because you never think, that's me, that's going to be me. We never think that as human beings. We never want to think that's me. Even if we do say that's me, we don't honestly believe it. We we cling to the notion that, man, that sucks that that person is going through that. But we never honestly believe it'll be us. And that's just such a huge thing. There's no right way to handle a diagnosis or waiting to find out, waiting for a diagnosis or waiting to find out you don't have it. There's no wrong way of doing it. There's no right way of doing it. There's nothing. Whether you sit there silently and say, okay, what's next? Or whether you fling yourself on the ground, kicking and screaming and crying for 2 hours, if that's what you need to do, get it out. Do what you got to do, as long as you stand up afterwards. In the same notion, when you're going through cancer and chemo or radiation or surgery or all three, you're still going through life. First of all, life doesn't stop for cancer. It just adds to it. It just adds complication and chaos, which we all know we don't need more of. There are so many strange things that I could tell you that I had to do while I was going through cancer and chemo and surgeries and raising a little girl at the same time and not having a lot of money at the time. There were so many weird things I had to do. I gave somebody a piece of advice today, and I wasn't even going to say anything, but it hit so real. And I know some people out there are going to be like, ugh, why would you do that? Look, there is no loss of dignity when you are fighting for your life, okay? I'm not going to name any names, of course. I wouldn't do that unless I had permission or was asked to. But there was someone out there on Facebook today, and they said that they were leaking fluid after their mastectomy. I was there. Girl, I was there. I had a seroma so bad, I can remember walking around an apartment trying to take care of my daughter and holding an oversized fluffy towel to my chest, and it was soaked with fluid. The towel in one hand, my phone trying to get a hold of my plastic surgeon in the other. I get it. And I told her, I said, get a hold of your doctor. But to be completely honest, the best advice that I could give her, if it's too much for a piece of gauze to hold, or even a couple pieces of gauze, put a pad in your shirt or in your bra. Those things are made to collect fluid, right? Do what you have to do. It doesn't matter what people think about it. If you are trying to survive the day, if you are having complications, or even if you are not, do what you have to do to get through the day until you can get a hold of your doctor, or if you have to go to the ER until you get to the ER. We shouldn't need permission from people or need people's approval to do what we need to do when we're fighting for our lives. And I'm here to tell you that it's okay. I'm here to tell you, you have support. You want to call me and tell me something that sounds gross, seems strange, is totally off the charts odd, but it worked while you were in a pinch? Girl, I'm here for it. I am here for it. And I will listen to you and I will support you no matter what it was. If you are struggling, reach out to somebody. If you have a question or you're not sure about something, reach out to somebody. If you don't feel like you have anybody that you can trust, or you're afraid of being judged, please message me. Please. Because if I don't have the answer, I will bust ass to find it. Or I will try to point you in the direction of somebody that I know is non-judgmental and may have the answer. None of you should be in this alone. Whether you're waiting to see if you have cancer, whether you have cancer, whether you had cancer, whether you don't have cancer and have never had cancer and you're just a mom and you are having a hard time, please message me. Off the books, off the record, off the page, and off the podcast. Please reach out if you need something, and I will do whatever I can to help. Thank you guys. Like I said, I know it was kind of random, but it was laid on my heart right now, and it just breaks my heart how many people out there I know either don't have support or don't have the kind of support they feel like they could go to anything with. They could go to with anything. Please, please, if you have no one else to talk to, reach out. Thanks, guys.